Welcome back, and if you are joining us, it is the Market Review, and my guest is Mr. Ambrose Omodion, CEO of Invest Data. Mr. Ambrose, let's get on to the key story, the fact that the Securities and Exchange Commission is going to revise its 10-year capital market master plan. It plans a conference, which is very interesting. I'd like to ask you, as it concerns what we discussed last time, the need to drive a market-wide investor education plan, what would you like the apex regulator to do differently this time?
Yeah, actually, before now that the low participation in the market or penetration is a result of lack of investment education, holistic one. I mean, that if we have that investment education, we see more participants in the market. I will tell you that capital market generally is having a low participation due to what lack and poor investment education. Why I say so is that if you look at the number of Nigerians that are participating in cryptocurrency as we speak today, and in the last 2 years, they have made losses, but still, they are still in that cycle. It tells you that they know what they are doing. If the SEC now they decide to kind of review the 10 years plan, I think it's a welcome development for me at this point, because they have a goal for short-term goal or have long-term goal. If you are having 10 years plan to train children and secondary school out about investment education, that is another strategy. But those that are moving away from market or those that are looking elsewhere, they don't need 10 years plan. You need action now. You need to take education to them now so that they cannot prioritize their objective. Because if I'm thinking to have like Invest Data, we have a Invest Data Academy, the strategy we use to teach those that are in secondary school, those that are in primary school, those that are street ones, I call them street boys, like those that are self-employed, and those that are working for stockbroking firm. They have different model. And this model works for different people because you have targets for them. Then if you want to discourage people looking away from the capital market, you must let them know the risk involved. And when they know there is alternative to what they are doing that is not paying them, or whatever policy scheme, whatever they are doing, there's alternative. And this alternative is well communicated to them that this is how it works. This is your return. I'm telling you, they have more confidence. Everybody wants to identify with success. I'm telling you, if they understand that being part owner of MTN, part owner of Dangote Cement, will take them to the next level, they will easily identify, but nobody has taken this education to them. Because I'm telling you, today as we speak, we have more than 180 stockbroking firms, and about altogether with other operators, about 300. I will tell you that they are not doing much to educate Nigerians in terms of education, because they are targeting just to make profit and profit. No, but I'll tell you today that many Nigerians have bank accounts. They can work anywhere and open account. How many Nigerians can work to anywhere and say open a stockbroking firm account? They are not there. They don't have that sense of belonging. That is why we need to take the education to them, because they are doing online education for journalists, online education for elites in the market. But those informal people, those Marawa, those associations, taxi drivers association, they are not doing so because they can't join you on your Zoom. We need to have different social media or social platforms to teach them. Yes, it's good to employ technology in all we are doing, but what technology will do for those that are you and I is not from the man on the street. We can do also normal mainstream media. We can do also find out a way to reach out, a platform to reach out for them, let them understand what it is to invest. Because if they know, we'll see more participants in our market today, because the market has speak now. Out of almost 200 million Nigerians, how many are in the market? Is because there's lack of education. SEC need to rethink their strategy. I said earlier in the previous that they need to decentralize their investment education. Like Invest Data will have different strategies and different targets for them. Yes, NSC is doing a comic for children. Those ones are long-term things you are doing. I agree with them. But those that will participate right now that are earning, I'm telling you, a man that is driving Marawa in Lagos that saves 5,000 naira every week. When the man sees there's a place that they can give him another 5,000 naira, he will take that and go and put them there because he don't understand where else to put it. He didn't get another alternative. But if you are nice, you tell them there's another alternative that is trusted, that where your money is secure. That's why that we don't guarantee in a stock market. But if you invest in good stock, there's only have to leverage on some risks, which you said that they mentioned the name of the one of the investment education pioneer that said this time now in 2022, everybody are looking at how to make money, looking at here and there. No, if you understand the strategy how to invest widely in the market, you still make money, whether there is uncertainty, there's opportunity in that uncertainty. But when you understand all this, they will feel free to identify with the market and invest wisely. But when they don't know all this, because it's meant for those that are wearing tie, those that are bankers, let's take it to those that are in the farm. I know somebody that is in the farm, it's on internet for investing, calling me from the farm, investing because you understand the importance of technology. But we need to say that the demand that understand and the one that is driving Marwa, they don't have the same time. There's another way that one can get his own investment education, also participate in this market, but they are looking at technology, Zoom. Yeah, Zoom is meant for different class of people. That means you need to break your strategy down. That means I said it's good that they're going to rethink on this 10 years plan, because I call short-term plan and long-term plan. Those short-term plan is to win those that are looking the world positive scheme back to the market. And those that are born, I think got born before now, tell them why they got African born and why they should come back. That the market has become more transparent. What they do wrongly before, they have to do it rightly now. They will come back. But when nobody is there to guide them, they all be looking one side. I think it's the right time that SEC is taking that direction. Also, and I welcome that development. That this is the time for us to kind of reflect that the years plan and infuse new things. By also, SEC cannot do it alone. Let me tell you, certain that okay, they are regulated, they can't do it alone. It's time for them to kind of collaborate with the market operators and others that are involved in investment education. But I said earlier that the kind of education you give a stockbroker, research person, it's not the one you give the man on the street. It's not the one you give the child that is in secondary school or the child that is in primary school. That means we need to. That is why people look at CIS. CIS is for professionals. That one is not to deepen the market education we are saying. That one is to make them become more risk, advanced and other things. But that means they have different strategy to people education. That is why in investors we are caught out to know that all this education is being spread across the board. Whether you are rich or poor, anywhere you are, we reach you. And that is why today that Investor Academy is working strong, because people are saying that we are telling them what they are seeing in the market. Not only that, telling them they are seeing the money they are making. A good stockbroker today in Nigeria will say, yes, I will advise my client and I follow up till the day he made profit or made loss. You advise him. They are not there because everybody just come. I take my commission. That is not the strategy. You must follow them to the level they are and get the information. Like now we are saying, the market in 2021 returned about 6.07, which for the general market. But those that participated in Investor Invest 2021 that was held in December 2020 December 4th. They made average of their portfolio 53.9 for the same market that returned just 6.7. Tells you that if you understand the strategy, you be in right stock. Who have different investment goals. That's why market is made up of traders and investors. We have different goals, but you are in the same market. That is the beauty of the stock market. But let them have education that will guide them, not just keeping as if because of your staff. No, and also the market operators don't have such money to them. But when they come together, I think that they can achieve a better goal, because look at what is happening in PENCOM, in the pension administrators or the pension operating market. Just they have come together to make sure that they carry people along, to make sure that they drive that side of business. Let's do the same thing with the NSC, with the market operators. Make sure that they have a platform to educate Nigeria, not just saying in the office. No, let them, because today, I'll tell you, walking on the street, you see some people wearing either GTP or Zenith Bank, opening bank account for different people on the road. Are they doing that for stockbroking firms? No. We need to take them. That is what, for me, it's a good development that SEC is rethinking and coming this way. I think for me, it's a welcome development.
Welcome development, Mr. Ambrose. I mean, I could see the passion, and I follow your updates on Invest Data, and I must say, I hope that your likes and others will be invited for that conference. It will be a broad-based interaction, and we can get very nice inputs as we think the Capital Market Master Plan. But you raised something, and it's a real concern, Mr. Ambrose. I mean, Nigeria has had a history with Ponzi schemes. When we were small, in primary school, we used to hear of the Resources Managers Limited, and people fell for that particular one. And then, of course, several years ago, Nigerians lost over 10 billion naira to the MMM scheme, according to the NDIC. Today, again, we are facing the battle with Ponzi schemes across the country, running into multi-billions. There is need for collaboration, like you said. Is it not time for SEC, Central Bank of Nigeria, and other critical regulators to come together and work with stakeholders like you to find ways to address this Ponzi scheme scourge, if I'll put it that way, in the country?
For me, it is easy for us to address the issue if, as you just said, the parties involved will play it the way they should. Because if you look at people that lost their money in 2009, 2008, when they have the bubble, they met down, most of them are still losing their wound because they lost money and they've not come back. For countries the market, they lost money is where they can make money if you change your strategy. But if you are doing things the same way, you won't get back what you are. But if you are changing your strategy, the same market have made a lot of billionaires since 2009 to date. That means, if you are sitting along the sideline, or you are sitting behind, mourning that, or nursing your wound, complaining, you won't make the difference. It's better you come back, change your strategy, learn more new strategies and better with because then you're all following bad wagon. One say, oh, small Mr. A say this one is good, help us to go and buy. No, now let your investment go and objective guide you. But what I just want to address on this place is that, like we just said, if there is no well collaboration between all the operators in the market, I'll tell you, we'll take this news to the public about the importance of investing in equity or investing in capital market generally. Because if people have lost money in the last 2 years in cryptocurrency heavily, and they are still playing it, tell you that both the educated and uneducated are playing that circle. We need to also go there and tell them, come, the same market, capital market, if you know how to play that, your risk is managed, your risk is calculated. That means you know what to do. But when you leave it open that they see another alternative, oh, I tell you, as you just mentioned, billions that have gone to that policy scheme, is because SEC said they are investing money in the educating Nigeria, telling me that policy scheme is bad, but you didn't give me alternative to put my money. You didn't even give me an alternative that I understand. I won't leave that position because I'm afraid of doing because you didn't give me knowledge. But that one, bring money, I'll give you 100%. I easily go there the first day, give me 100%. I go and sell my whole house and put there. The next day, the place is down because they are giving me good return. But the same market, capital market, can still give investor return. You cannot overpromise them. You can't tell them, say this was what. When they invest wisely with information, with this technology that I was saying, I'm telling you, they can manage their risk because there's a different way of investing. I'll tell you before in Nigeria, we know how to buy stock, we don't know how to sell stock. I see today, that's they know when to buy, they know when to sell.
So you know when to buy, when to sell.
They don't know what to sell. And also it's because they don't have what we call stop loss in their plan. They don't know how a lot of this when they are buying. Don't buy any stock. No, if you have investment goal, it will determine the kind of stock you buy, the sector you should be, know the source of your fund. When they are clear of all this, they know where to put their money. But they are not doing that. What stock broking firm is in charge is the interested is bring money, go and buy the stock. No, that client advising. That is why for me, it is go even apart from educating the public, also we should also change the pattern of the market operators. Let them know that either they have call it counseling or anything in the office, not just come open account and buy. No, that's why they are running. Somebody that will guide them. Yes, we are not guaranteeing them, but to guide them so that they reduce their risk. The mistake will be reduced. But these days, what they do is that come open account, payment, buy internet bank, they buy. The man don't know when to sell because you are bought. The man have not given money to sell for him. You don't leave it there. The thing will go up and come down. The man is still waiting. The man say, oh God, I hear say the price is that again. I say you didn't give money to sell. No, let them participate. And now that we're having information at our fingertip with all this internet and technology today, I'm telling you, the way I have access to market information, that is the way market operators have access to market, the information. That means that all those, people on the street, if they have their phone, they can't have access to information. They call someone that they help them to analyze it and take a decision. Let's take advantage of the technology because technology has no ban, there's no boundary, that it has taken everywhere. That means if the technology has no ban and no boundary, that means we can go far by connecting to them. But as I said, it must be different type of media. We have the normal mainstream media, we have the outreach media, we have the internet, we have all those ones. But all those on the street that are farmers, all those that are they don't know those ones. But now is another one that suits them. But if you sit down and you say you are sending SMS, you are sending SMS to who? What about the selling them? Oh, no, SEC can spend money in trying to kind of people that are positive to it is bad, but their effort have not the desired result. That means they need to change their strategy. That is why anything you are doing in life that is not bringing results, you sit now ask yourself a question: what am I doing? Is even better? And you now call people that will give you more idea to achieve results, but they keep it to themselves, spending money, and they are not seeing results. I think it's good that they are reviewing the 10 years plan. And for me, it's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a good one. And as we begin to wrap up, Mr. Ambrose, you talked about technology, and I must tell you that at the maiden Nigerian Exchange Limited Capital Market Conference, it was raised that the average age of the investor in the Nigerian capital market at the moment is 53. That is above 50, and you have a huge population dominated by those that are between the ages of 18 to 34. So we need to get these ones, and like you said, technology is a key tool. Cryptocurrency, digital finance, they are really in it. It has to be made in a way that they can participate, improve the time to transaction, the whole process settlement, improve the technology. We've seen a lot of innovation across NGX, FMDQ, even the NSD, unlisted security and commodities market. What more can be done to really, really improve? Like you've rightly said, we have only about 2 million investors in the market out of 200 million. That's about 1%. Let's say we can push it to 10% of the population, 20 million. That wouldn't be bad.
Let me shock you here now. What you said now. It's about information.
Yes.
You know, when I started Invest Data by God's grace, we were just very few.
Mm.
And well, about just let me just tell you about 8 subscribers to our service gradually. But there's one thing that don't happen. Many of them that are employed and they engage, they don't have time to analyze the market. We introduced one product called buy and sell signal. Let me just keep it like that. Buy and sell signal. I think it's in an advanced country they do that. No, not often here. Then we increased for that move within 2 years. We moved from 7 subscribers to about 150 subscribers in that platform. Get information on what to buy and what to sell. They were active in the market. If we are more than 8 or 10 doing the same thing and we are giving them value for their money, I'm telling you, we'll control them in. It's all about sitting down and think. No, there are a lot of things technology can help us to do in Nigeria, but we are not taking that. You know, we are thinking now to bring on professors from somewhere, we bring on somebody from one tech, from one Harvard University. All these are the things that the even tech is called. They are confused. Let's look inward. We have Nigerians that can, you know, I know ProShare is part of, you know, who that will educate the public. Today, it's not today I know ProShare. People have been there educating till now. If they give you more, or more what you need to make it, you know, faster, you will do that. Well, others I know that are there. If we come together, we educate Nigerians, we'll drive people to this market, and that will create employment. Why I say so that, you know, I met one of the government officials, one of the states. I said, come, in this my product, if you want to empower your youth, the idea of doing one vocation week, you say you are training them, after they give them 50,000, 150,000 to go and start. And because they learn capital in that vocation, they will be ashamed to go and do capital outside or furniture. Let me use that word, furniture outside. After you give them that 150, after they left that vocation for that 2 weeks, they pocket the money and that thing go on that. Say they're unemployment, use unemployment. But I'm telling you, if you can empower anybody in Nigeria with just 50K and tell the person, okay, like you said, we are all doing cryptocurrency today. I tell you, stop to buy, to sell. With that 50K, you are doing it every week. You are making 8%, 3% every week. You are doing it in a month. You make 15%, 10% in a month. Before you know it, you have started growing that 50,000 naira. Before you grow that 50,000 to what? To 200, for 200. Before you know it, you employ yourself. No, it's not that we are waiting for one government to come and share one money for you. That is why, if I see another ideal government are bringing here and there, it in the position of why you say you want to share us 5,000 naira to using the what kind of is that thinking? That's what we need in Nigeria. We need to empower youth, give them good education, empower them. Technology, as you just said, technology is what we need, and our youth are the major population we have in Nigeria today. If those youth are empowered, I'm telling you, peace will reign in this country and everything will work smoothly. For me, SEC should also use their office and not only contribute to economic development in terms of raising capital, it's also to create job. But that is as you are creating job, it's going to oil the economic growth. If you're creating job, people are buying because a lot of activities will be there. But now we are thinking of importing or borrowing. No, let's empower people. Let them be active in the economy. We see that when the economy is active, our GDP will look up.
I mean, Mr. Ambrose, you've really wrapped it up in a very good way. Innovative products is the future. And when you have products like that, you attract more investors into the market, particularly the young ones. And with what you just said, with Invest Data, if other stakeholders in the market do same, operators and across board, I believe that the Nigerian capital market will be more attractive. And maybe in the next 2 years, we'll be surprised to look at 20 million investors participating. It's an ambitious one, but it's not hard to achieve if we, just one area, bring in innovative products, leveraging technology.
Yes, I agree with you. And also, like, before round up, let me tell you one thing again that is very important here. Yeah. You know, SEC has always been, how would I put it? If I use language, they might not be happy with me. Let me not leave it there.
Yes.
So, if you said you really want to develop the market, yes, when you come on board as DG, you have plan. Then you now start giving targets for your plan. If I stay in this office for one quarter, 90 days, or for 3 months, or what have I achieved? How many number of people are newly attracted to the market? If today we start it and they call us on board, I will tell them to measure that people are increasing. When I started, I know the number of people that are my subscription list today. The way they are growing every year, I know that is going to justify whether we are making progress. Because if people have lost money and they put their back head into like a snail and they are not coming out. But when they see that there's progress, they'll come out. Then they one number that you can't. That before, I tell you, during the time of Soludo recapitalization, bank recapitalization in 2006, markets were born, everybody in market. Now, it's the simple thing that you should understand that what happened in MTN subscription just recently, the last year, should tell you that people need information because they understand that they want to identify with MTN. They are coming out because I want to identify with this brand. This is what we need to tell them, that you got part owner, and it is proud to be part owner of a company. I'm part owner of MTN, part owner of Dangote Cement. It's a thing that they want to part owner of Zenith Bank. If you tell them the importance of that and how they're going to make money from it, they will come back. If you know how to just assess your progress, that's the way it should be. I think SEC should take up this review they are doing and also invite the right people. In Nigeria, we like talking stories, and that's what I tell stories. That's what we want to look at. And at the end of the day, all the things will just still be the same. No, we need a change, and we must move forward.
Definitely. I mean, that part of having a plan. I remember the former chairman of the US SEC, Jay Clayton. He came with a very clear plan, particularly on tracking down on market infractions. I can tell you, under his watch, market infractions was tracked very well, and SEC generated a lot by fines from various companies, including the great man, Elon Musk of Tesla. So I agree with you.
Yes.
The strategy is important, and I hope that will come forth from SEC going forward. But I must appreciate you, Mr. Ambrose Odion, CEO of Invest Data, what you people do in Invest Data, creating awareness in the market and bringing innovative products. We also, the other market stakeholders and operators will also take that path as they are doing their own business and trade to improve market awareness, education, and provide opportunity for people to understand the market better and leverage and create value from it. Thank you once again for the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And that'll be all for this edition of the Market Review Show. Very interesting conversation today. I guess you enjoyed it. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions on the proposed SEC Nigeria 10-year master plan review, deepening investor education, please send them to october.apasecon@proshange.com. And also, you can follow our website, www.proshange.com, to get the latest stories on the capital market and reports and stories. I mean, we have them captured for you from equities to the fixed income, to the commodities, and even the unlisted securities markets. Also, our guest today, Mr. Ambrose Odion, is also sometimes a writer and presents things that we publish on Invest Data. You can always check that also on our website. You can engage us continually. We're ready to serve the market. Don't forget that you need to be informed to make the right investment decisions so you don't fall to things like Ponzi schemes. We don't wish that for you in 2022. Thank you for watching, and keep discussing the financial and capital markets because they create wealth and economic opportunities.